Thank you for listening to this talk about Liverpool Hope's Sport Rehabilitation Programme, BSc Honours. The Bachelor of Science in Sport Rehabilitation at Liverpool Hope is based in the Hope Park campus in South Liverpool. We're attached to the Hope Park Sports Building. In fact, we're next door with very easy access to all of our clinical, laboratory and exercise facilities. Teaching at Liverpool Hope, we have engaging lectures, a number of different sessions per week, including weekly practical, laboratory or clinical sessions in the first year. We cover all the essential skills required to be a graduate sport rehabilitator, and we like to make all of our work engaging, interactive, and as often as possible problem solving, including clinical reasoning. The final year of the degree is research led, and where you'll complete a dissertation, either a literature review or a piece of original research with one of our experts. Our tutorials we purposely make very small and student led with a maximum class size of 10, and you'll have 2 of those every week. In short, we make sure that we know our students and have a personable approach. We pride ourselves on having excellent pastoral care. In regards to the curriculum, Year 1 is broken up into 2 large 60-credit modules. We operate an integrated system. Content, we cover anatomy and physiology, physical activity and health, laboratory skills in physiology, clinical massage, principles of strength training, kinesiology, sports psychology, sport biomechanics, injuries, common injuries, complex injuries and assessment, academic skills and research methods, and we mix up our assessment types across numerous different types. Rather than having one large exam at the end, we like to assess our students in a variety of ways, including practical assessments, essays, presentations, in-class tests, as well as exams. The second year, we continue on our theme of advancing our understanding of physiology, and we progress on to exercise prescription. More advanced physiology in regards to sport, athlete testing, training and monitoring, further strength training. We look into wider populations, physical activity and health in both athletes and in public health. We continue to advance knowledge understanding in field, data and laboratory skills. We look at interventions for musculoskeletal conditions, diseases and injuries. We have a number of sessions on advanced musculoskeletal assessment, where we look at diagnosing injury and disease. Throughout, we have intertwined clinical reasoning, further sports psychology. We study skill acquisition and motor control, further sport biomechanics, and further research methods and skills. Again, there's a variety of ways in which we assess our students, from oral presentations to practical assessments, formal examinations, essays, and laboratory reports. In the final year of study, there are 2 45-credit modules rather than 2 60 credits. The remainder of the credits, 30 credits, go towards the research dissertation, whether it be a literature review or an original piece of research. Included in the sport rehabilitation degree, we look at advanced rehabilitation, and that includes a level 5 pitchside trauma course. We look at testing and prescription of population as a whole and of athletes. We also go into detail on special populations such as paediatrics and the clinically unwell and chronic diseases. We further our evidence-based rehabilitation, and we consider clinical ethics. We have advanced exercise prescription, including those special populations, and advanced musculoskeletal interventions. along with further biomechanics and gait analysis, neurodynamics, public health and well-being, and further sports psychology. Your research, 30 credits, you study under an expertise of a member of staff who is an expert in the field that you choose to study and you choose to research or you choose to look at your literature review on. This may or may not be your personal choice which you've had for the last 3 years. It will be whoever is best suited for your particular chosen area of study. And again, there's a number of ways in which we're assessing you. So we'll of course look at your research dissertation. You'll have practical assessments. You'll have a scientific report, critical reviews essays, and formal examinations. Part of the sport rehabilitation degree, there is placements involved. So there's 400 hours across the entire degree. In the first year, there's just 50 hours of observational, of clinical assessment, treatment, and diagnosis, and rehabilitation. The second year, 150 hours, more hands-on now. And in the final year, 250 hours to reach the 400 hours required. The dissertation, as discussed, is a novel piece of research alongside an expert. And the accreditation of the degree comes under the British Association of Sport Rehabilitators and Trainers. In order to have your degree title as being sport rehabilitation and have the opportunity to apply for graduate sports rehabilitation membership, you must meet additional requirements on top of completing your degree. Those are placement hours, as discussed earlier, over 80% attendance, and passing all elements of the degree. Our facilities are genuinely state-of-the-art. They're very new. We have a £16 million sports science and sport facility building, which we are lucky enough to be in. Spacious laboratories. We have integrated classrooms. We have modern kit, which is used in the field. And we have individual research hubs for sport performance, physiological assessment, biomechanics, human movement, cardiovascular, motor control, skill acquisition. We have a dedicated strength and conditioning suite, and we have 2 brand new clinical facilities. This is the front of our building, with the old part of the university you can see part of to the right. This is inside our building. There's one of the lecture theatres there. Off to the left and right are the 2 of the biomechanics labs. Here you'll see one of our clinical rooms. As you'll see, they're brand new, large open spaces, an ideal place for us to teach students practical skills and for students to practice their clinical skills. Here you'll see one of our sports science and sport rehabilitation laboratories, looking at Douglas bags. Some of our students there in action, Dr. Wells. In one of our biomechanics labs here, see Dr. Ginny Coyles, where you'll see state-of-the-art equipment, Kisler force plates, and Vicon 3D motion capture biomechanics system. We have nice areas for students and staff to relax and discuss what's going on. We have a dedicated strength and conditioning suite. This is primarily for teaching on the sports science and sport rehabilitation degrees, and is not open for all of the students, but specifically for the students studying sports science and sport rehabilitation. So always available to get in there for teaching purposes. In addition, we do have a university gym, which is again brand new and state-of-the-art, Technogym equipment, and that's available for all students for a nominal fee, typically £25 for a year. The employment opportunities with a sport rehabilitation degree, you may obviously become a graduate sport rehabilitator, open a private practice, or work within another practice. You may choose to work in professional sport as a sport rehabilitator, such as a professional football, rugby, tennis, swimming club. You may go on to further study and qualification. You'll be running your MSc Sports Medicine, Exercise and Health here at Liverpool Hope. You may look at a research-based degree at Liverpool Hope. You may look for an MSc at another institution, or decide to do a pre-registration course in physiotherapy. You may look at a public health or clinical role within one of those environments, or you may look into sports development and management, or some other form of postgraduate employment. Some kind words from some of our students we've had here at Liverpool Hope so far. As you'll see, we like to have a good relationship with our students and be very supportive, and we like to push them to learn to the best of their ability as well. Liverpool Hope is lucky enough to have other facilities within the UK, such as Plas Carndean, which is a facility we have in Wales, where we're able to take our students for outdoor education and team building early on in their degree. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Daniel Richards. I'm the Senior Clinical Tutor in Sports Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation here at Liverpool Hope. And if you'd like to contact me, please contact me by email as per this slide. Thank you for listening.